The last 2 videos I posted on this channel, I did something that I don't normally do, which is post 2 videos about the same show in a row. That show being Milf Manor. Now, the reason I did that is 1, the demand was like higher than any other show I've ever had requests for, and the show was still pumping out episodes as I'm putting out videos, so it just kind of made sense to cover them like that. But now there's about 5 episodes left that I haven't covered, so I'm just gonna wait till the show's over, make one last video covering all of that, and then we'll be done with it. For now though, I need to get as far away from all of that as possible, as far away from TLC, MILFs, Manors, as far away from all of that as I can. So where do I turn? Where else but CMT? More specifically, CMT's Pimp My Ride knockoff, Trick My Truck. Some of you may be familiar with Trick My Truck mainly from my last video I did on it, but if you haven't seen it, basically it is just CMT's take on Pimp My Ride, except with semi-truck, so it's as fun as you'd think. Now, because the show is a ripoff of Pimp My Ride, there are a lot of similarities, but there's also a lot of things that sets it apart. One of the main things that I think sets it apart is when you look at Pimp My Ride, you see there's people in their late teens, early 20s that get their shit boxes just torn apart and then repainted with speakers and TVs, lots and lots and lots of TVs. But they're young enough that they have years and years of being able to fuck their lives up before it really makes a difference. On Trick My Truck, it's a little bit different. It's usually guys in their late 50s, early 60s who have been working since they were 13, driving a shitbox semi-truck, just trying to make a living. They bring their truck onto the show, get it tricked, mainly painted, and then they get to never retire in style. So it's a bit more depressing. But that's okay, let's watch.
Alright guys, you want a clean match? There it is. There it is. Nice. Yeah. Get it, Robin. Yeah. Whoa.
And of course, in blue-collar reality show fashion, we always have to start off the episode with some bit about them horsing around. I guess the best way to put it is them just horsing around. And then playing a very fun game of Segway Hammerball.
Woo! This is too easy. I know he's our man. If he can't do it, no one can. Get Robin.
You know that this show was very successful and they made a lot of money because there is no reason that any semi-truck mechanic shop should have 1 Segway, let alone 7 Segways.
CB, get the ball.
I'm trying.
Now, if you guys know Trick My Truck like I do, you know that playtime is coming to a halt because the 2 head honchos are coming over and they got a job.
What are you guys doing? Playing polo.
Marco.
God damn it, Randy, what'd I tell you about using the company card on dumb shit?
Listen up, guys. We got a new job.
What do you got for us, boss?
Eugene Jackson, he runs a towing and wrecking business, and his old truck definitely needs some help. Now the kids just want to say thank you, and we're going to help them do that in a big way.
What are we gonna do? What we always do. Paint it. I think we can handle that. That and not much else.
Stop screwing around. Let's get back to the shop.
You heard him, guys. Let's roll. Let's roll. Yeah.
So now it's time to meet our Tricky and once again be reminded that this man needs much more than a coat of paint and a few TVs in the back of his truck.
Through all the hard work, my mother was Dad's backbone. For 22 years, she supported him and gave him the confidence he needed to be successful. Not long ago, she passed away, and that was really hard on all of us. After she died, our father worked even harder for us. That record works just as hard as he does, and it could use a little help. Dad rarely does anything for himself, so fixing up the old Pete would be a real nice surprise.
Every time I hear their story, I wish so badly they were just getting a new semi-truck rather than just bedazzling their livelihood. You know that this bit is staged because there's no way in hell I would drive up, see those 6 guys standing there like that, and not just back the fuck up and get out of there no questions asked.
Well, you fellas want this truck? Hey, wait a minute. I know you guys. You guys do great work.
That's good, because you're about to get some work done.
No.
While that may be staged, this guy I think is a real trucker because he has never acted a day in his life. Hey, wait a second, I know you. You guys do great work. Did I do good? Yeah, Dad, you did fine. It's just CMT.
They're gonna trick your truck, Dad.
What are you guys doing now?
Oh man, this is awesome. Where's Exhibit?
We call her Big Papa.
I like it when you call me Big Papa. Dude.
That's what it says up there, Rob.
Oh.
Taillights are all busted out.
Yeah, and somebody's punched a hole right in the back of it.
Towing trucks can be a rough business.
Nice cracked windshields.
How do you guys see into that thing?
How do you explain the dent in the fuel tank?
Man, this thing is shredded. Door panels are all wrecked, seats falling apart.
God damn, you guys mind letting up on my truck a little? Jesus Christ. That is one of my favorite things that this show does kind of similarly to Pimp My Ride, because on that show, Exhibit walks around the car just like shredding it to pieces, picking paint off of it. But on this one, I feel like they dig into the truck in a way that like gets kind of personal, especially when it comes to truck drivers who I imagine take a lot of pride in the truck they own.
You guys have fun with Big Papa.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
I can't believe my two boys called the best crew in the business.
Also, whose truck is that that's being towed on the back? Is that important? Like, is that a job that's being done right now and they're just not going to see their truck for 3 weeks? Or are they just going to trick that one too since it comes with it and this guy's going to get his truck back like, God damn, we put flames on my shit.
Now that Eugene and his 2 sons are back on the road, what are we gonna do for Big Papa?
Well, his job's to help out truckers when they break down. He's the one they call.
Like trucker life support.
Life support. Maybe we could do something with that.
While this part is beat for beat Pimp My Ride, it is so much funnier because they are delivering their lines in a popcorn reading fashion, and I love it.
Paint the whole truck like a giant heart monitor. Put a grid around the whole truck, put a heartbeat down each side. I think it'd be cool.
On Pimp My Ride, when they are pimping the car, they do take kind of an extreme makeover home edition approach to gauging the interests of the driver and applying that to the cars they pimp. But on Trick My Truck, they don't even have hobbies or interests to like apply to the truck. They just know that he's a tow truck driver and they're like, I got nothing. Do we still have those heart monitor stencils left over from that ambulance last week?
I think it'd be cool. Sounds good. What else we got?
Okay, that is my favorite line delivery out of all these guys thus far.
Sounds good. What else we got?
Sounds good. What else we got? Just so fucking pissed off.
We put vending machines and a mini fridge in there. That way they can have snacks and a drink while they wait.
And we can throw a couple of TVs in there with a gaming station. That'll keep them entertained.
We can put like an Xbox, a PlayStation, a GameCube, and then we can put a vending machine with every candy bar. This truck is going to weigh 7,000 more pounds than it should. It is never going to make weight. So now it is time for them to pick out a name that is rarely good for a truck that is not theirs. I can't wait.
Now we just need a new name for Big Papa.
How about Heartbeat?
Negative. What about Lifeline?
Lifeline will work. Let's do it.
All right.
I mean, it's not a bad name, but shit's not an ambulance, guys. Come on. Every now on this channel, we watch a show and some guy pops up and I make this same joke every time, but I'm getting the vibe they do not pay this man in cash and he does not, in fact, get a W-2. And I love how dramatic they made the entrance for this demolition guy for it to be nowhere near as dramatic in the end. Time to tear it down! Yeah! Let's do it!
We need to get this out of here pronto.
Well, that guy's ear is definitely bleeding now.
So what do you got in mind for this one? It's gonna look like a heartbeat running down the side. We're gonna paint the truck green. I'm gonna put tape over it, lay it out like a grid on an EKG. We're gonna spray it black, throw the heartbeat down the side, clear coat it. This thing will be done.
All right, I'll get out of here. Let's get to it.
I feel like there was no job quite as lucrative in the mid-2000s as being able to just paint a heartbeat monitor on the side of a vehicle. Not even just on this show. I'm pretty sure on Pimp My Ride as well, many times. We might have even covered it at one point.
We got our red heartbeat on the truck. We're gonna add a yellow highlight to it to make it stand out.
So with the truck being painted, in Trick My Truck fashion, we will now get a very in-depth, step-by-step process of how to do everything else. To the point that we could probably do this at home just after watching the episode.
All right, well, I'm getting our bracket mounted up here for Eugene's monitor.
Right now, I'm mounting the speaker for the PA system. I got my bracket mounted. I'm gonna go ahead and wire this up. That way I can mount that speaker underneath.
Which, as I've said before, makes sense for this being on CMT. Like, I imagine their audience lives for this shit. And they had to make up the time on this episode that would normally on Pimp My Ride be spent watching Exhibit move from place to place for about 20 seconds.
Rob, how many fingers I got up?
2.
What about now?
10.
About now?
1.
Robert!
Hey, Rod!
I legitimately was worried they were gonna keep going on with the finger counting bit. Like, it was just gonna keep going on over and over again.
We got the flaring PA going.
Really? You can only hear it 3 miles away.
Come on, you're just jealous because we didn't get you no lunch. 5.
Okay, there's a good chance they did keep going and they just cut it off for the episode. Now I know what you guys are probably thinking. If I were to make a seat cushion for a bench in the back of a semi-truck from scratch, how would I do it? Specifically, step by step, how would I do it? Don't worry, you're about to find out.
Right now we're cutting up the upholstery, match the pieces that we got. Once we get all that, then I'll just take it over to the sewing machine, get it all stitched up, and we'll be able to put these on our seat.
Also, this guy didn't do shit. Guy in the white t-shirt did everything, but he's like, hey, now I'm gonna take it over there, we're gonna get it upholstered. No, you're not. The guy with the goatee is. He's done everything.
That thing looks cool, Rob. What are you gonna do with that?
And check this out. Hey, pick it up for the customer lounge. I know that when the Jackson's customers get their truck towed, they're pretty stressed out. So I want to do something for them that'll help them relax. Putting all the wiring back behind, tucking it out of the way. Yeah, I'm already feeling relaxed, for sure.
Wait, I don't remember if they mentioned before, but are they putting a TV in the back? Or is it just this fucking waterfall thing? Like, there's only so long you could look at that thing and be entertained. Huh. That's nice. Hey, did you check out that waterfall back there? It's nice, huh? Oh yeah, I was just checking it out now. It's really cool. Hey, how much more of a drive we got left? Oh, not much longer, just 45 minutes. Good thing you got that waterfall back there.
What in the world are you gonna do with all them lights?
Put them on the truck.
What do you need so many for?
You ever seen an emergency vehicle without a lot of lights, Rick?
Exactly.
I hope you guys can see it too, but this guy, the demolition guy, he is giving me major Jeff from Mountain Monsters vibe. Like, he doesn't know what the hell's going on. Like, he's technically the demolition guy, but they were all taking the truck apart, so he's not very special. He just kind of exists there, and they all fuck with him a little bit. And I know I said he probably gets paid in cash, but at this point, I don't think they pay him at all.
Right now I'm installing our drawer guides. So after I get these mounted on both sides, we'll go ahead and set the refrigerator on them, make it easier for the actuator to lift it.
I'm gonna mark this and cut it across the back at an angle, so when we mount it up inside the sleeper, it'll fit flush up into the roof. I'm gonna use this piece of angle iron as a straight edge, so my cut will be perfectly straight across the back.
Well, right now I'm getting ready to mount the TVs up into the ceiling, and I just gotta run a couple of screws through to pin it down, and we'll move on to the next one.
Okay, thank God. I legitimately thought it was just going to be that waterfall painting for a minute. I was like, that's it?
All right, with just a flip of a button, fold the screens down. That way the customers can play and each have their own screen.
What are you doing, Geek Show?
Fucking got his ass.
This truck represents their business, and we want to make sure they're happy with the results.
Looks like Jackson's right there.
Hey, looks like Jackson's right there. Yep, no shit, he's right in front of us. So now it's time for the big reveal, which I don't remember last time if it was the same way, but there is no tarp to be ripped off. I would imagine it's because there's not a big enough tarp that exists, but it kind of takes away some of the magic. Like, he just kind of walks in and sees it. Oh, God, no. Oh, it looks like a goddamn Hot Wheel.
When truckers break down, your towing business is their last line of hope. So we turned your Peterbilt into a lifeline they can depend on.
This is amazing!
Damn, guys, this truck looks amazing. But, what'd you do with the truck that I was towing? I've had that customer calling me all week. Oh, that old thing? We didn't know you wanted that. Wait, what? Where the hell is it? Oh, don't worry. We had Scrapyard Dog take care of that. Who the hell is Scrapyard Dog? That's our demolitions expert, right, Scrapyard? God damn it, we lost Scrapyard Dog.
Let's go take a closer look.
Come on! Yeah!
Let's go take a closer look. Yeah!
I made your truck look like the world's largest EKG heart monitor. Started with the black base, you got a lime-time green grid growing through it, and running through it is the pulse of your truck beating strong.
That is incredible, and you watching? Come on, yeah!
Another difference between this and Pimp My Ride is usually on Pimp My Ride, they're just throwing around that little dipshit teenager, making him bump up his excitement. But right here, the owner of the truck's son is just manhandling the shit out of those mechanics right now.
Street glow neon all underneath. This thing is bright.
We give you 4 new floodlights so you can see what's going on when you're hooking a truck up at night.
I love how soft this guy's talking in comparison to the rest of them. We even hooked you up with LEDs on the bottom of the truck. But that's not all, Eugene. We've even got you hooked up with floodlights on the top so that you can always see what you're doing no matter what time of day it is.
Hey, Eugene, there's more up here.
All right, show it to me.
I will say, while these guys are still quite excited about this, nothing beats the excitement that the guy from the last Trick My Truck video had. He was running around like a little kid on Christmas. These guys are just like, okay, I'll be over in just a sec.
Up front, we got you a new Jones Performance hood with special modifications. Hit it, Seeds.
Oh, man!
Oh man, guys, that's awesome. Just wait till you see how expensive it is when you have to fix it. Wait, what? Hey, Eugene, come over here. Okay, coming.
We redid the dash with Rockwood accessories, and you're sitting in a new Boston Wide Ride for comfort.
This is great.
You also got a new PA and siren system so drivers can see you and hear you coming.
Okay, Jesus Christ, get a cup of coffee into this man right now.
That monitor controls your FLIR infrared camera system.
Hey, I see Rhino back there.
Once again, you can tell these guys are actually fans of the show. Like, the fact that he knew this guy's name is Rhino, you know that they tune in every week to catch this show.
Can't believe leaving.
When drivers get their trucks towed, they ride with you. So we turned your sleeper into a mobile customer lounge. Go ahead and head on back.
We replaced your bed with lounge seats that have a special twist. Go ahead, push that button.
Oh!
Look, I get the idea here. You want it to be a nice, comfortable, neutral space for people who are having their cars towed to just be able to sit and relax and have a good time in the back of the truck. But the fact that they're saying that it's a sleeper that had a bed in the back leads me to believe that he sometimes needs to sleep in this truck, which, just like the last episode, they have made it virtually impossible to sleep in the back of this truck now. They basically just said, we took out your bed in the back and we turned it into an Amazon Break Room Express, so enjoy the honey buns. We ate most of them.
Mini fridge actuates up so everyone can have a cold drink whenever they want.
Hey, what's with the waterfall picture?
I know they told him to bring up that waterfall pic, like the first cut, he didn't even notice it, and they were just like, could we maybe do that again, but this time you say something nice about the waterfall pic? We put a lot of work into that.
Eugene, we had a lot of fun checking out your wrecker. We hope you and all the truckers you help out enjoy it.
All right, time to get out of here.
Eugene, we had a lot of fun checking out your wrecker.
Are you guys still going? I can't hear a word you're saying. And what a happy ending for Eugene and his boys. But hold on, we're not done yet. We've got to check out the outtakes and the credits. Yeah, never mind. These aren't even, like, good enough for outtakes that 6 people happen to catch walking by while the credits are playing. Well, guys, that was Trick My Truck, a nice little palate cleanser from the Milf Manor madness that we've been accustomed to on the channel the last few weeks. But I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, leave a like rating down below, comment any thoughts, ideas, opinions, or anything at all. Share with your friends. It helps me out a ton. With all that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.